Hello everyone. Today I'm at the Glade Springs Presbyterian Church in Glade Springs, Virginia. Here on the side of US Route 11 near Interstate 81 is one of the oldest congregations in Southwest Virginia. This church was founded in 1772 by settlers who traveled down from Pennsylvania through the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. They settled here somewhere around 1760. The original church was a simple log structure that stood about 3 miles from where we are today. As more settlers arrived, a bigger building was needed, and the congregation built a larger structure on this site somewhere around 1792. The building served the congregation for more than 50 years. The original part of the current church was built somewhere around 1850. And as the congregation continued to grow, the original 1850 building was expanded several times over the years to include the large building that we see here today. The adjacent cemetery is the final resting place of some of the area's earliest settlers. Many of the headstones are weathered and broken, and you really can't read many of the dates, but every once in a while you can see a date that predates the Revolutionary War. As I walked about, I noticed that plaques had been affixed to some of the older gravestones. Many of these plaques appeared to document the stone's original inscription. It's really good to see that the church, or maybe even distant family members, are still remembering some of those early pioneers who are resting here in this cemetery. According to the church history, several veterans of the Revolutionary War are resting in this cemetery, including Samuel Meek, who was in the regiment commanded by General William Campbell. General Campbell was also from the area, living on a farm he called Aspenvale, just a few miles up the road. General Campbell was married to a lady named Elizabeth Henry, who just happened to be the sister of Patrick Henry, who was a governor of Virginia, and of course gave the famous speech, "Give me liberty or give me death." Both General Campbell and Elizabeth are buried at the Aspenvale Cemetery, just up the road in the community of 7 Mile Ford. Samuel Meek, well, he followed General Campbell across the mountains to engage the British at the Battle of Kings Mountain. Samuel died in 1812 and is resting here next to his wife Elizabeth. During the Civil War, the church was used as a hospital where soldiers from both sides were treated. There are a number of Civil War veterans buried here, including William Fontaine, who was one of the VMI Cadets who fought at the Battle of Newmarket in 1864. Also resting here is Confederate General William E. Jones, whose grave is marked by the white stone that we see just in front of us. General Jones was born near here on May 9, 1824, and attended nearby Emory and Henry College, graduating in 1844. While a student at Emory and Henry, he received an appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point. While at West Point, he was known for his ill temper and did nothing to endear himself to his classmates or his professors. Nevertheless, he graduated 10th out of a class of 52 in 1848. Following graduation from West Point, he was sent west to fight Indians, where his ill temper and constant complaining earned him the nickname Grumble. The name stuck, and for the rest of his life, he was known as Grumble Jones. In the winter of 1851-52, Grumble returned here to Washington County and married Eliza Dunn. A few weeks after their marriage, the couple headed to Texas, where Grumble was stationed. Rather than taking the longer and more difficult overland route, the couple decided to travel by ship. As they neared the east coast of Texas, they encountered a wicked storm that all but destroyed the ship. As Grumble struggled to hold on to his wife, the wrath of the storm swept her away. Her body was recovered a couple of days later, and she was returned here to Glade Springs, where she is today resting next to her husband. The days and months that followed were not kind to Grumble as he grieved for his wife. He eventually resigned his commission and returned here to Glade Springs, where he took up farming. When the Civil War broke out, Grumble enlisted in the 1st Virginia Cavalry, serving under General J.E.B. Stuart. During the war, he maintained his irritable disposition, but despite his ill temper, he advanced through the ranks, from captain all the way to general. At several points during the war, he found himself at odds with General Stuart. The conflict became so turbulent that Stuart tried to have Jones court-martialed. General Robert E. Lee was forced to intervene and refused Stuart's request for court-martial, transferred Jones to the Western Theater, where he remained until the spring of 1864. After wintering with General James Longstreet in East Tennessee, Grumble and his cavalry made their way up the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, where he attempted to stop the Torched Earth campaign of Union General David Hunter, who was attempting to make his way through the Shenandoah Valley to the Confederate supply hub of Lynchburg, Virginia. On June 5, 1864, Jones and his cavalry confronted Hunter to battle at Piedmont. Outnumbered but refusing to back down, Grumble Jones led his men into battle. As he charged into the fight, Grumble took a bullet to the head. The wound was mortal, and he died instantly. Upon learning of Grumble's death, his friend, General John M. Bowdoin, wrote in his diary, he was a man of high temper, but was brave as a lion, held his enemy in great contempt, while never admitting the possibility of defeat, even when odds were massively against him. Grumble's body was returned here to Glade Springs, where he was laid to rest next to his wife Eliza. As his tombstone shows, he was 40 years and 27 days old. Well, this is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you've enjoyed my stop here at the Glade Springs Presbyterian Church in Glade Springs, Virginia. If you did, please be sure to leave me a comment. I always enjoy reading them and interacting with you. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you'll stick around for a while. I upload a new tombstone video every Sunday morning, so if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to ring that bell and subscribe. Now, as always, remember, life is a wonderful journey. Take time and enjoy it. And I'll see you down the road. So long, everyone.